Ahoy guys, and welcome to another addition to our End Enhancing series. Better End is available in Forge and Fabric. Firstly, I'll review the Forge features and then the rest of the Fabric mod. I don't recommend this mod with shaders, by the way. Today's comment of the day is by Tiny Pine Tree. I think you are an upcoming Minecraft channel legend. Your videos are insanely high quality. Thank you so much. I try to make the videos as short and entertaining as possible. Want to support me? Then check out my gaming channel. And don't forget to comment what mods I should review next. Betweenlands will be one of the next videos, but I also need a break from bigger mods, okay? I also need a life, okay, sorry. When spawning in the end, you will firstly find the new Ender ore. When breaking this, you get Ender shards. Craft smith hammers available in all vanilla resources, and combine the smith hammer with the shards to get ender dust. Currently you can't use it for anything, but it's really handy for further progression. As well, there's a new stone variant, flavolite, made into these new blocks. The next ore you will probably find is telasium ores, smelted into ingots. Not only that you can make some nice deco blocks out of it, but as well a cool new armor and tool set. The armor you can craft normally with ingots, but for the tools it's a bit different. You firstly have to craft at least a telasium anvil to be able to make the tool head with a hammer and combine them in a smithing table with a stick. For the sword you as well need to make the handle and then the blade. Combine it. It's worse than iron. Another very handy block made out of telasium is the alloy smelter. If ender dust is combined with iron or telasium, you get the next ore tier terminite. Again made into deco blocks or into armor and tools. It's the same procedure like with telasium, but you need at least a terminite anvil to be able to make the tools. You can compare it to diamond armor, but with more knockback resistance. If you combine netherite and terminite, you get the next ingot tier. Eternium. No deco blocks this time, but you guessed it, armor and tools. But this time, it's again a bit different. Of course, now you need the last anvil made out of Eternium. Firstly, make leather strips out of leather. You can convert this. Combine it with stick to get a better handle. Then forge your ingots in a smithing table to get the parts you want. For the normal tools, it's now the same, just combine the better stick handle with your tool head. But for the sword, you need to combine the leather stick with terminite and then with the blade. The armor is just upgrade it from terminite. Also, this gear is better than netherite. Now to the different biomes. The first biome is the Amber Lands, tall orange vegetation. The next tree helix found here can be crafted into these new blocks. In this biome you will find Enderman and the new End Slime. They are hostile, drop slime balls, and depending on their environment have different skin. But as well the new ore Amber, which can be converted into Amber Gem. It's also an ingredient for infusions, but more about that later. Glowing pillars can be broken to gain seeds and lanterns, as well as lance leaves for seeds or the amber roots for seeds and a quick food source. Blossoming spires are islands and floating trees in a pink and blue foliage. The new tree Tenania can be crafted into these logs. Next to Enderman you can find silk moths. They drop silk when killed. Sometimes you will find a silk moth nest, but very rarely. It acts as a spawner and can be transported with silk touch. Silk fiber can be used to craft string. In this biome you can as well find bulb vines that will drop seeds if they are long enough. These vines will as well grant you with glowing bulbs. These can be used to make 3 new lanterns in iron, terminite and telasium, available of course in all sorts of different colors. Another plant you can come across here is the blossom berry. It can drop seeds or the berry if ripe. You can bone meal it. The next biome is the Forest Forest. Here you can encounter Enderman as well as the End Slime, but in a different color. The new tree Pythodendron can be made into these new blocks. Also, this mod changes the looks of chorus fruits and chorus trees to make them look more like, well, flowers. Mushrooms can be broken for seeds and can be cooked. Here you can as well find violicity, runes and some ponds. Dragon graveyards contain glowing mushrooms, fireflies, and broken mossy obsidian pillars. Nothing new, only Endermen. Another biome where only Endermen are home to is the dry shrubland, and as well the dust wastelands, but here you can find end dust, which can be used to get glass. The foggy mushroom land is a sanctuary to some new mobs. Firstly, you will find massive glowing mushrooms that can be crafted into these new blocks, as well as the old ant slime. And the passive dragonflies. Very rarely a giant mushroom tree can generate. As well, the ant lilies can be broken for seeds and leaves. The leaves can be heated and crafted into paper. Blue vines can be broken to be granted with seeds and lanterns, only to be planted on ant moss. The glowing grasslands are covered with various plants such as the loom corn. It can be used to make chandeliers in iron, gold, terminite and thalassium. Lanterns wood home to Enderman. Lucernia trees can be made into these new blocks. Philalex vines can be used to collect philalex for lanterns. In the ponds, you can find anemones. In the sky, philalex will float. Here you can get wings and as well their lanterns. Mega lakes, lush biomes are filled with aquatic life and fish either captured or killed for a delicious snack, and the poisonous cubusa again captured or killed for gelatin. It can be used to craft sweet berry jelly. The flora of the ant lotus will drop seeds, so you can plant more. The blocks you can make out of it you can see here. You can find manga sponge and bubble corals here. A variant is the Mega Lake Grove with the new tree, the Q Grove, here all blocks. The Neon Oasis is a desert with some patches of grass and neon cactus. Crafted into blocks which glow, as well only the cactus will poke you. Occasionally you can as well find here ponds. Painted mountains consist out of 3 different layers: flavolite, Endstone and a new block, Veliosite, made into these new blocks, or even used to get missing tiles. The Shadow Forest is a dark and dangerous place to be in. Not only there are debuffs inflicting plants such as the Murkweed or Needlegrass, but as well the Shadow Stalker, which will give you blindness. As well, you can find here shadow berries. They drop themselves and seeds. You can cook it or make them into jelly with any potion, sugar and gelatin. It grants you night vision. As well, sometimes Enderman or even phantoms can spawn here. In this biome, you will find not only geysers, but as well some dying entities being pushed out of it. Welcome to the Sulphur Springs, featuring Enderman and fish and as well the jellyfish. Within the middle of these springs, a geyser will spit out anything that's trying to adventure through here. But if you are brave enough, you can get your hands on sulfur crystals made into gunpowder. And in a hidden room next to the geyser, you will find Hydrolux. If the flower is open, you won't only get petal, but also seeds. You can craft it into blocks which are dyeable. Sulfuric rock can be used as a deco block. The vents can only be placed on them and mined with silk touch. Underwater, they act as a bubble elevator. And the umbrella jungle is a dense jungle filled with moss and giant mushrooms. Umbrella trees can be used to make these blocks, but as well you can empty the clusters with a glass bowl for a quick food source, and jelly shrooms as well. Before we finish, the void biome Ice Star Field, where various stars of ice generate in the void. You can get emerald ice and dense snow. And the last one, Crystal Mountains, are a crucial biome. The crystals that grow here are needed for progression, so get as much as you possibly can. As well, the crystals are used to craft these new lanterns. Before talking about infusions, here are some secrets I found out. Firstly, you can find destroyed ant ships. Secondly, cave rooms will generate, sometimes empty, only with stalactites, filled with cave bushes, or filled with smaragdans. As well, occasionally, an aurora crystal started to grow here. Why? No idea. If you have Patchouli installed, you can craft the Ant for Dummies book. For infusions, you firstly need to craft 8 pedestals made out of any of these blocks, and as well the infusion pedestal like so. Then place them around the infusion pedestal in this manner. And the crafting recipes unlocked by this can be divided into different categories: enchanted books, new armor, materials for enchanted books, and one special item. For it to work, it needs to be in the end. Firstly, you can now use the Hydralux petal to enchant it. It is used for every enchanted book recipe. I won't show all of them, you can just look them up with JI. The new armor is Terminite, infused with amber and crystals. Better than diamond, but with more knockback protection. As well, with 4 crystals you can make Rune Flavorite. And the special item with crystals and ender shards and an end crystal, the Eternal Crystal. Firstly, it can be used for enchanted books or to make a respawn obelisk. Right-click it with 6 amber gems and your spawn point will be moved to the obelisk. And lastly, Eternal Crystals are used to activate the Eternal Portals scattered around the end. Place on each pedestal an Eternal Crystal and it will open a portal to the overworld. You can also make a furnace out of end stone. Extra fabric features. Firstly, you don't make the armor out of normal ingots, but need to use an anvil to make sheets and then craft the armor. This applies for old armor, Terminite, Talassium and Eternarium. Then you are able to cook Bullock's mushrooms found in Lantern Woods. And craft Blossomberry Jelly. As well, you are able to find 4 new discs in Ant Cities. If you use shears on a silk-filled moth nest, you can get a matrix. Use it to make a hive. It acts like the nest. As well, better Ant fabric has cave generation in the end. Not only cave holes. Firstly, the Aurora Cave with Aurora Crystals. Flora and a new food source, Cave Pumpkins. Break them for seeds and you can craft them into pie. The next cave is the Jade Cave, and with the new Jade Stone in Virid, Azure and Sandy. Well, this was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, I know it's a shorter video and I didn't start it with the big showcase because I also have a live. Yeah, it doesn't seem so, but I also just want to chill out and right now review smaller mods. So yeah. Probably 1 or 2 more videos and then I start with the big showcase. I hope you still enjoyed. If you want to support me, then check out my gaming channel. And now I would say we'll see us in the next video. Ciao!